Down the years, some famous faces have lifted the FA Umbro Trophy, and more than 3 decades after it all began, the lure of non-league football's showpiece event remains undiminished. This year, we're guaranteed a new name on this famous piece of silverware. Yeovil and Stevenage have never made it past the semis. Wayne Turner and Gary Johnson have done all they can. It's time now for the players to take centre stage.
Estimated to be around 15,000 fans have travelled from Somerset today to cheer on Yeovil, one of the most famous names in non-league football, perhaps the biggest club at the moment in non-league football. But Stevenage fans will enjoy their day for sure, and looking for the upset with in excess of 10,000 Stevenage fans here today too at Villa Park. A tremendous atmosphere at Villa Park. Sure to be a bag full of nerves amongst the two teams. Now, Stevenage side, manager Wayne Turner frustrated that Scott Houghton failed to prove his fitness and misses out in midfield today. But Jean-Michel Siguer makes a timely return from injury in this Stevenage formation. Yeovil manager Gary Johnson, with a fully fit squad to choose from, told me that team selection was easy. This is the same side that started the semi-final second leg game against Burton Albion. Tremendous packed end at the Holt end of Villa Park, and a mass of green and white, the Yeovil fans here to support the favourites. But Stevenage, who've had a relatively disappointing season really to finish 11th, they'd have expected back in August to have done better in the conference season, but a big bonus for them to reach their first trophy final. Well, it's certainly cup final weather. We're blessed with sunshine and very warm temperatures here in the Midlands today. So Stevenage in the red shirts, red shorts, white socks will get this FA Trophy, 33rd FA Trophy final underway here at Villa Park. The second trophy final to be played at this stadium following Canvey Island's surprise win against Forest Green last season, and certainly the side from the Ryman League turned the form book upside down on that occasion. And can Stevenage do the same to Yeovil here today? Early touch now for Siguer, held up well by Tonkin, clears but not very effectively. Siguer, a chance to get the ball in, the header, oh, what a great save! Straight into the action there, Chris Wheel with a superb tip-over save to deny Kirk Jackson very nearly an opening goal inside, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, it started from a poor clearance. Again, gets onto it, good early ball in, and that is an absolute tremendous save from Chris Wheel. What a great start for Stevenage.
In comes the corner. Robin Trott allowed a free header. Terrific opening there for Stevenage, and Siguer's cross was perfect for Kirk Jackson, and that's just the sort of service that he loves. Any centre-forward would love service like that, and Wheel with a magnificent save. Well, no doubt Paul Fairclough will be watching on somewhere, the man who started this trophy trail for Stevenage. A legend really at Stevenage Borough Football Club, Paul Fairclough, over 2 spells. First much more successful than the second, of course, but some great years Paul Fairclough had with Stevenage. Now Crittenden taking on Fraser. It's a good turn of pace from Nick Crittenden. Fraser stuck doggedly to the task though. Good defending.
That's the first chance for Nick Crittenden to get the ball out of his feet and run at the defender, and he's taken him on well. Just didn't quite have enough pace to get past Fraser. Fraser stuck to his job well. It's a good one for Nick Crittenden, just to get the ball out of his feet. Maybe he'll be doing that a bit more often.
Lockwood with the Yeovil throw. With some distance on it too. Missed by everybody. It's a chance and a goal! Carl Alford with the goal for Yeovil. It's his 5th goal in the trophy this season, his 13th goal of the season, and the man who was a trophy final loser with Whitton Albion back in 1992, 10 years on, he gives Yeovil the lead.
Wonderful finish this was, overhead scissor kick. And I think Carl will be pleased with that one. He's not renowned for overhead scissor kicks. At the end of the day, Stevenage didn't deal with the long throw. They've let it bounce in the penalty area. You can't afford to do that. And Carl Alford just using his strength to hold off the defender and just overhead. And what a connection. Bottom corner, great finish. And that's what he's good at, Carl Alford. Anywhere inside the penalty area, prolific at this level, and scores yet another goal for his memorable goals that he scored in the past.
Terrific noise from the Yeovil fans away to our right-hand side. A terrific scene at the Holt End, and they've been starved a little bit of success, really. A massive club, so much potential, Clive, if they can eventually gain their league status.
Well, they are, and everybody in non-league football talks about going down to play at Yeovil. Everybody loves to play there. I remember from Yeovil from many years ago in the old ground, and the fear that came from playing there. But the new ground is absolutely magnificent at Yeovil, and we're saying with this promotion that they really do deserve to be up there in the Football League. They've been a good non-league side for many years.
Stansfield, his pace causing a problem for Goodliff too, waiting with a cross. It's a decent ball in and off the bar. Wilkerson, the goalkeeper, got a hand, and he got some help too from his crossbar. Crittenden, oh, he's lost out there, and this is Wormel. Oh, that was a good try from Simon Wormel. Saw it early, saw the goalkeeper wheel, perhaps a couple of yards off his goal line. Wasn't that far away. Alford. Now Johnson. Some useful space to work in here for Lee Johnson. Excellent running to his right from Crittenden. Getting away from Wormel for a moment, it's Nick Crittenden. And a clearance from Trott. With the ball beyond the goalkeeper, Wilkerson. Ball driven in by Alford. And a routine save in the end for Paul Wilkerson. Good work by Johnson and Crittenden here.
Yeah, good run by Crittenden, wasn't it? Lee Johnson picking out the pass, just leaving it in there for him to run on to. Simon Wormel doing the chasing back when perhaps Stuart Fraser should have been there. And in the end, Carl Alford with the shot to go for the volley. And the shot deflected, and the pace taken out of the ball. Managers, as we see, barking out the orders to their players. And neither of them, in fact, in his first 39 minutes have sat down at all, Kevin. It's one of those games where they're going to be up close as they can to the pitch, and I'm sure they want to be out there playing as well.
Stansfield took that beautifully in his stride and couldn't quite pick out Crittenden. What a season it's been for him. He jumped 3 leagues to join Yeovil, and he capped that with his first England cap at semi-professional level. Adam Stansfield, he must be pinching himself to be playing on this stage. Now Lockwood with the latest of these long throws, which both sides have been adopting at regular intervals. Alford the target, got a flick on from the Stevenage head. McIndoe, no offside here. Alford, oh, and not far wide at the far post. Well, a mirror image really of where the first goal came from, Clive Walker, because Stevenage again allowing the ball to bounce.
Yeah, I think that's been their problem. They dealt with it the second time around, but this time, the third time around, and they're flicking it in there for themselves. Just not getting the ball away, not pushing up quick enough, just looking for offside. It was never offside. Carl Alford, I mean, he's very good in those areas. He uses his body, uses his strength. Ball struggling to come down, still gets his volley away.
This is Hampshire. Seager. Referee Neil Barry blows for half-time. There's the man who's got the only goal of the 33rd FA Trophy final, Carl Alford, scoring for Yeovil in the 12th minute. Yeovil scored once and also had 2 or 3 other good openings when Alford, just short of half-time, nearly bagged his second of the afternoon. A heavy challenge there on Seager by Pluck. You mentioned in the first half how Colin Pluck doesn't take too many prisoners, Clive.
No, that's a great opportunity for a centre-back here to win the ball, but also take the player as well. I mean, you know, he's been positive, Colin Pluck. He's gone for the ball, to be fair. It's a fair challenge, but it's a good opportunity. The ball's just hanging for a centre-forward, and they're some of the worst balls to take as a centre-forward. You know the challenge is coming in.
Clark's corner, works it short with Simon Wormel. Clark to deliver. Goodliff got the header on, and again he's got arms outstretched there, the Stevenage captain. Here comes Stevenage again. Once more they've got this early charge on, like the opening to the match when they nearly scored a goal. Jackson with a complete miss kick, Clark with the ball in, and eventually it's Skiverton who scuffs the ball to safety. The captain in the position A again for Yeovil. Still well in this trophy final. Johnson with the free kick, free header for Goodliff. Helped on by Clark. Receives again from Jackson. Good running here by Seguer. Jackson free for a moment to his right. Just can't get the ball out of his feet though, as two Yeovil defenders surrounded Jean-Michel Seguer. Good control now from Wormel. Looks for Jackson, who won the header against Tonkin, but just couldn't get the direction or the purchase. And now Johnson leads the charge out for Yeovil. Good running from Stansfield. Got a chance to take on Trott. Breezes past him, Stansfield with a cross, but straight into the grateful midriff of Paul Wilkerson. Wormel, who loses out to Johnson, who releases Stansfield early. He's got the pace to get there ahead of Jason Goodliff. Support arriving now if Stansfield holds on. Johnson just closed out in the nick of time by Matt Fisher. Excellent midfield play by Fisher for the Yeovil corner. Michael McIndoe will take the corner for Yeovil. And the header in, and a chance, Skiverton, it's off the line. Desperate clearance, I think, by Matt Fisher in the end. And it was very nearly 2-0 for Yeovil, but Fisher was there to deny the Yeovil captain, Terry Skiverton.
Very, very good deep cross to the far post. Terry Skiverton, his header, maybe if he could have headed it down. Well, good decision by the linesman, that didn't go over the line for me.
But Yeovil dangerous on the counter-attacks as Johnson very nearly found the perfect lob pass forward for Alford. It was well seen by Wilkerson. Wormel. He and Fisher are generating and exercising quite a measure of control on midfield now, Wormel and Fisher. Offside given against Seguer.
Wasn't it a shame Simon Wormel couldn't play this a little bit quicker? See Adam Lockwood there, just a little bit slow in pushing up. If Simon Wormel could have got the ball out of his feet and just help it into the area behind the Yeovil defence.
Stansfield, good turn away from Trott, goal! And what a moment for that young man, Adam Stansfield. 23 years old, climbing from the local leagues in Somerset to the big time with Yeovil and the big stage today at Villa Park. His 8th goal in the trophy this season, and beautifully taken. And Yeovil now will feel that they're on the way to winning the 2002 FA Trophy.
And a simple ball forward, wasn't it? Carl Alford getting the flick on, and Adam Stansfield, his first touch really made the goal for him. Great little first touch on his left foot, takes him in behind the Stevenage back four, and well, you won't get a better finish than that. There we see his first touch. A bit of pace just takes him away and sliding it through the legs of Paul Wilkerson. That's a good finish.
Well, he scored in every round up to the semi-final. 16th goal of a tremendous season. Forward by Trott. Stansfield. He's got a good run here from McIndoe. He's getting clear, it might be 3. Saved by the goalkeeper, but Alford with a tap-in, no! Holds his hands to his face in anguish and knows that it was a glorious opportunity. And it went begging for Yeovil and Carl Alford.
And again, this time Simon Wormel will just not get into the bounce of the ball. Just runs away from him. Adam Stansfield then puts in Michael McIndoe. I think he's tried to actually pick out Carl Alford with the chip.
Forward followed by White. Helped on by the head of Alford, and Stansfield is clear again. The pace causing a problem for a moment there for Goodliffe, who did very well to get into a recovery tackle to deny Adam Stansfield the shot at Wilkerson's goal. Pace, isn't it?
Yeah, good pace, isn't it? He just got on the back of the last defender. Again, simple. Carl Alford flick on.
Clark with a corner. By the head of Tom White. Strong play here by McIndoe. Stansfield. McIndoe wants the pass inside, but Stansfield feels as though he's got the pace to get beyond Fraser. Oh, and then chopped down by Matt Fisher, who's been testing the patience of Neil Barry a bit today, Matt Fisher. And this time he will get his yellow card.
Yeah, I think he's got no chance of getting away with that one.
Man of the match is down to you, Clive, today.
Yeah, for me it's Adam Stansfield. Matt Fisher's done well for Stevenage and Carl Alford also for Yeovil, but Adam Stansfield for me, he's run the line superbly well, and what a good young bright prospect, and well, the goal as well, great finish for the goal. He takes some satisfaction into next season. He's only been in the job 2 or 3 months, and I'm sure after today he'll go and pat all his players on the back and say you're a credit to the club and to yourselves, and I think that's all that they can be at the end of a game.
2 minutes, as you saw, of stoppage time to be played. Can one of the Yeovil players find a moment to look back on now? On their day out at Villa Park, Lee Johnson taking the free kick responsibilities. Oh, and bringing out a good save by Wilkerson. That was a good save. It was heading for the top corner from Lee Johnson.
Well, it would have been the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? The manager's son scoring a goal. Great effort, wasn't it? And Paul Wilkerson equal to it as well. Good save.
Hampshire might just have played Stansfield in here, and he has. There's real opportunity now for Yeovil. It's Lee Johnson! Well, having come so close a moment or two ago, he could afford himself a wry smile in the position that Yeovil are in, so too can his dad. But that was not what father was expecting there, or son.
Well, I'm sure his dad won't let him forget that for a little while. What a great opportunity for him to put it in the back of the net. Unfortunately, took his eye off the ball.
The Vars final won by a team from my original neck of the woods. Whitley Bay used to play against them years ago. But this has all been about the highest level of non-league football. And Gary Johnson celebrates with his backroom staff, his assistant Steve Thompson down there amongst the substitutes. Wayne Turner amongst the first to applaud and shake the hand of Gary Johnson. But Carl Alford, a great moment for the man who got the first goal for Yeovil Town today, and Adam Stansfield, the man of the match, who scored a brilliant second. But he's a winner this time round, Alford, 10 years after losing in the shirt of Whitton Albion. But great scenes now as the Yeovil players embrace one another in the centre of the field, and they can enjoy this day now, and I'm sure there's going to be quite a party. Yeovil Football Club win a cheque, incidentally, for £12,000, but it's the trophy that means everything. And there is young junior Alford, who can enjoy his day today as well. And I think he might have a number 9 on the back of that shirt if he's got any number. But he hasn't at the moment, but he'll be looking to follow in the footsteps of his dad. They've been a big noise on the non-league scene, Clive Walker, for a lot of years now, and Yeovil finally get their big day.
Yeah, they have, and I think with a team like Yeovil, they can only go from strength to strength. And I'd like to think they'll be pushing for the conference title next season. They had a good go at it this year. Unfortunately, didn't quite get there. But, well, the team they've got, we've seen them a couple of times coming up with. They're a good side, maybe a couple of additions, and they can go on to better things.
What a moment for Adam Stansfield. He couldn't have dreamt a few months ago of being here at Villa Park. There's the 2 goal scorers, Alford and Stansfield. And that's a picture you'll be seeing in a lot of newspapers tomorrow, I'm sure. tremendous scenes at the Holt end of Villa Park. It's been quite a sight today. It's been a mass of green and white. They've come up in their thousands. They have been the dominant number in terms of support inside this near 19,000 crowd at Villa Park today. And Gary Johnson going across now to applaud the Yeovil fans for the terrific support that they have provided. But full credit too to who, a lot of them have stayed to survey the scene here today. Disappointed that they are, that their side has not prevailed. But Yeovil, it'll make a difference, I think, psychologically too, to their conference season next time round. I said earlier, Clive, I think that they're going to be amongst the favourites, if not the favourites, for promotion next season, and a big psychological lift to go into the new campaign, I'm sure.
Absolutely. The players, obviously, after a long, hard season with a great finish, and Gary Johnson, part of that team, you know, he's everything to them. You know, they all appreciate what he's done for them. And I know, talking to one or two of the players, they're really looking forward for next year already. And I think they feel that perhaps, although having won the trophy this year, they feel that the conference title is a distinct possibility for them.
But you must feel for the Stevenage Borough supporters who've come here in their thousands as well, and still smiling amidst defeat. Well, Gary Johnson, in his first season as the manager of Yeovil Town, has delivered a trophy. The holy grail for this Yeovil Town Football Club is league status. Huge potential for the Somerset club if they can make it. He's got a very demanding chairman, well, they're all demanding really, but John Fry in particular of Yeovil, who simply implored Gary Johnson to deliver league football to these supporters, and well, they're going to give it a right good go next season.
I must say that this is actually a wonderful feeling for the players. They've given their everything for this game for 90 plus minutes, and now celebrating it with the fans.
But now it's all about the winners. From Somerset, Yeovil Town Football Club are the FA Trophy winners for the first time in their history. And the players step forward now to kiss the trophy, pat the trophy, and very shortly to receiving their winners' medals, which will be taking up a prize position in those Yeovil household tonight, because it means a lot, an awful lot to these players. This is the pinnacle of cup competition, of course, at non-league level. Gary Johnson receives his memento for the day as well, and as Greg Whelan was saying, his first trophy as a manager, and a very handsome trophy it is, the FA Trophy, and we'll have a new name carved on it after today, the name of Yeovil Town Football Club, and for the first time they lift it in the shape of their captain, Terry Skiverton. Yeovil Town are the winners. It's been a long way to the final. Thoughts, I'm sure, and my thoughts earlier in commentary, Clive, were on that fourth round replay at Doncaster when they were 3 down after 50 minutes, and a tremendous recovery. And it's all been about that, hasn't it now?
Well, it has. When you look back at games, I'm sure Gary Johnson will look back on his trip to Villa Park, and he'll be thinking about games like that, 3-0 down, and you think, well, you know, we're out of the trophy for this year, and then they managed to get 5 goals somehow. And you know, he'll look back on that sort of game and say, well, maybe that's where we started our road to winning this trophy. But he's done a great job with them as Gary, and not only are they a good side, but they're good to watch as well. They've got some great individual skills, great individual players, but they're well organised.
But he's not only a terrific coach, but proving to be a successful manager now. Gary Johnson, You just wonder what this club can go on to achieve next season, and if the conference do duly get their 2 up and 2 down next season, that'll be, I think, ratified by the Football League chairman in June at their AGM. But they're like schoolboys out there at the moment, these Yeovil Town players. Carl Alford looked absolutely shattered about 15 minutes ago when he came off, but all the adrenaline pumping through the veins now.
Well, to be fair, Kevin, this is probably the best bit. Once you've played the game and it's all finished, this is the best bit. Taking the trophy to the fans, you know, and just enjoying it with them, because that's what they're all here for, to enjoy the occasion.
Well, it may not be Wembley anymore, where you won't run around with the FA Trophy. It may be again in the future, but they're not too worried about it at the moment. This is a big stage for non-league footballers. Villa Park, Birmingham, staging its 2nd FA Trophy final. But this time the favourites have prevailed, unlike last year when Canvey Island of the Ryman Premier beat Conference Forest Green. But it could have been so different had Conference taken the opportunities, had Stevenage taken the opportunities that came their way. But when the chances arrived, Alford and Stansfield crucially delivered for Gary Johnson and Yeovil. Well, today's been all about players like Carl Alford, been a great servant to non-league football down the years, Clive, and he's fully deserving of all the plaudits coming his way today.
Absolutely, and you know, at 30 years of age, he now gets the thing that he deserves.
Well, as Terry Skiverton enjoys clutching on to the FA Trophy again, we'll be back very shortly. But the 2002 FA Trophy final winners are Yeovil Town. They've beaten Stevenage Borough here at Villa Park by 2 goals to 0.